Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Moltrap coming at you here, and I turned my volume down, and here I am. So this is going to be a very exciting game I'm going to be bringing you guys today. You just saw them right there, Stork on the left and Flash on the right. And I know this game has been cast already at least once. Deja Vu casted it already, so for him, definitely go watch his cast. Nuke the Stars is going to be casting it later. Slacker refused to quit his job so he could cast it with me right now since he was at work and wanted to have food and clothing and shelter and you know, stuff like that. I guess I can't fault him too much. I'm kind of at the end of my bank account as well. I've been training at my new job, but they don't pay me for my training until like they bank it so that you don't just get training and then leave. So I don't actually get paid for the training unless I stay there for 90 days or something like that. So I don't actually know when I'm going to be able to get a paycheck. Luckily, since I'm getting kicked out of my place soon, I will be getting my security deposit back in a week or so, and a week and a half, and I may need that money to eat, so that'll be good. Get my security deposit back. Anyway, so by the way, Storky, what are you doing, Storky? Stork has sent out his 4, 5, 6, 7th probe. Very, very early probage here. Probably looking at some kind of a proxy is what. Well, never mind. He's got a probe down in his base. So never mind. I'm sorry, pylon down in his base. So he's probably just doing a very early scout. Probably going to do a gas steal is what he's looking for. Steal that gas. Slow down Flash's tech. Oh, not a bad drawing of Stork there. Anyway, so yeah, the commentator Frank put out a video to say that he wasn't dead, and I watched it, and he started off by saying, like, yeah, this is one of those videos that commentators do to say that they're not dead, and he said my name first. He said, you know, like Moltrap will make a video saying he's not dead. I don't think I've ever actually made a video like that. Like, I'm not holding against him or anything, I don't care, but I was like, wait a second, I never put out, like, I'm not dead videos. Like, sometimes I'll do a cast and I'll be like, oh, sorry, I haven't cast for a couple weeks. But I've actually, like, managed to do... Oh, is Stork going to get the SCV? No, the SCV hides in the midst of the other SCVs, and Stork does not go in after it. I'm surprised by that. Usually you would expect Stork to go in and try and kill off that SCV, get that last hit on it. He may still yet. We will see if he does. Oh, it's in there somewhere. Go kill it, Stork. Go kill it. Anyway, but yeah, I've pretty much always managed to put out a video, you know, once every couple weeks. Pretty much since I started. Yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, I was like, I don't really care. It's just something I was thinking. I was like, wait a minute, no, I do casts pretty regularly. Like, you know, Diggity will sometimes not cast for like a month, and he'll be dead. And then Clouzart is usually dead. Well, I guess Clouzart not as much of an issue now that he says he's quit commentating. But, you know, he would often go for months on end. But I usually put out something every couple weeks or so, at the very least. Anyway, so this is my attempt at that. I needed to cast this game. I needed to, because this is going to be awesome. I have just been, when I saw this OSL group, I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. Stork and Flash have a bit of a history together. Basically, when Flash was like the new, big, hip, young, up-and-coming prodigy thing, when he was first getting on the scene, he was killing everyone. He was beating everyone really, really badly, except Stork. Stork showed him what for. Stork was one of the few people that could consistently beat Flash. Actually beat him in the OSL round of 8, I believe, or something like that. You know, Flash's first time really getting far in the Star Leagues. And then again, and he basically just kept beating him again and again and again. And then they didn't play for a while, and recently it's been the other way around. Flash has had Stork's number. Flash has been the one that has been able to beat Stork, and Stork has not been playing up to his top ability lately, though, so that might be part of it. But, anyway, so it's going to be cool to see how these guys are going to be able to face up against each other right now, because they are pretty much almost guaranteed to be number 1 and 2 out of this group. It's a group of 4, and 2 people get out of the group. Now, Quanro is a bit of a wild card too. Quanro has the ability to possibly come out and beat some of these guys also, so we'll have to see how the group goes. But yeah, but Stork's already one game up. This is his second game. I forgot what happened with Flash's first game, but yeah, and then there's some other guy too in the group who I don't remember, and I really don't care because I'm 100% certain. Well, can never be 100% certain in StarCraft. I am 99% certain that that fourth person is not going to be able to get out of this group. It's like some scrap like Go-Go or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, Flash is going to sneak another SCV by here, and he may get it all the way into Stork's base to see exactly what Stork is doing. And it's pretty clear that Stork is saving up for Nexus. He's probably about, yeah, he just put it down. And Flash sees it, knows all about it, but Flash has gone for a quick command center himself, so Stork is actually just reacting to that by getting a quick Nexus of his own. Anyway, oh man, I was gonna say this clever joke, and I forgot to say it. I wonder if I should save it for another time. Maybe I'll save it for another time instead of saying what joke I forgot to say. But Stork trying to put a little bit of pressure on there with a single Dragoon and a Zealot, and another Dragoon's going to follow up there, and oh, the SCV veers off course, does not take the high road. Uh-oh, another Dragoon though coming up. Oh, he's going to meet that SCV, he's going to be able to kill off the SCV, yes. Kills off the SCV, so no additional scoutage for Flash. Okay, I'll go ahead and say the joke. I was going to say, what I was going to say is, I've always managed to get a StarCraft video put up once every couple of weeks, no matter what, even if my house was on fire. Ha! Anyways, but yeah, as people know that have been watching me for a while, I do go to great lengths to get StarCraft videos on the interwebs. Especially for live events and stuff like that. So anyway, Range just finished upgrading for Stork, so he's going to be able to just pound away at that bunker, forcing, it's not really that much to repair it, but forcing those SCVs to not be mining at the same time. 4 Dragoons, 4 SCVs repairing there, and Stork is, whoa, moving in here. He's going to try and pick off some of the SCVs actually. He picks off one and then falls back again. Just trying to use up those shields on those Dragoons and get squeezed in a little bit of damage all I can. Anyway, so Stork really going macro here, getting that third base up at the bottom right-hand corner, kind of almost ninja-ing that expansion there. And now the siege mode comes in. Stork's going to have to fall back. He's going to have to lay off that bunker. But yeah, Stork likes to do that in other situations too. He'll double expand. So I'm not terribly surprised to see him doing that, especially since he knew that Flash was basically going to be stuck in his base for a while. I mean, Flash, he had to get siege mode up to prevent the Dragoon pressure. He had to get a couple tanks to really protect his base there, and he had just gotten up his expansion. So Stork knew that he wasn't going to be able to get out and attack, or any kind of attack force for a while. And so that's exactly what he was utilizing that time to get third base. So very, very smart of him. So we're going to have to see what tech Stork goes for. He's probably just going to skip harassment tech. I mean, skip the the Reavers or whatever, and just go straight for mass macroing and maybe straight for Templar. Probably straight for Templar pretty soon here. He's got the observatory up, so he's going to be able to produce observers, but he's not going to invest any time and money in the Reavers or anything like that. Flash now has turrets everywhere. He's getting some more factories up. He's on 2 bases. He's getting his 4th factory up, so he's going to start macroing up as well. You can tell though that Flash is still planning on playing a longer macro game. He's only got those 4 factories up. Usually, if you're going off 2 bases, you see the players get like 6 factories if they're really going all in off 2 bases. So you can tell basically if they have less factories, the amount of factories they have, or this goes for any race actually. And I do see that Flash is pushing out here. The Terran commentators are losing their minds over it right now. Anyway, so Stork is going to see it though. He's got this probe in position, and he's going to be able to see these forces coming out. If he didn't know they were there already, he has observers in place, so he may have seen it before anyway. So what he's going to do is going to bring these Dragoons forward, try and force Flash to siege up. Exactly, he's going to have to siege up a little bit, and be careful. Whoa, he's moving in with his Dragoons. Oh, Stork. No, you can't move it like that against siege tanks. Maybe he underestimated. He thought there was only 4. There were several siege tanks there. He's putting up another gateway, putting up more gateways. He's going to have to pump out a lot of units right now in order to fend off this attack. He's got several Dragoons, but he needs some more Zealots on the ground. He needs something to deal with that. And Flash, luckily, has some Vulture support now. Without that Vulture support, he was doomed for this attack to fail, but he has those Vultures in there now. He's probably going to produce more Vultures. And Stork, in the meantime, teching to Arbors in the background is what it looks like, because he got that Stargate up. I didn't see... Maybe he's going to produce a Scout or something like that, but probably not. Flash getting turrets up as well, just in case of Zealot bombs or anything like that. And Flash actually going really, really hardcore in here. Really doing a nice little push here. Got the siege mode going on. Got the Vultures, got the mines, got the turrets as well, a very, very important aspect of this push. He's got the Vultures in front. Stork trying to move in. Stork really being sloppy in general today with his Dragoons, sending them in and just not sending them up close to the tanks, and instead just letting them get slaughtered at range. And he does it again, but some of the Dragoons coming in from the back will pick off a couple of the tanks, and he does manage to accomplish killing off most of the tanks in the front after all, just by sheer number of Dragoons. And now he's going to be able to kill off all of the tanks. All of the tanks have died now. Not enough Vulture support. That is exactly what I was worried about with Flash. Only 4 Vultures there. He was depending on his reinforcement Vultures to come in and help support that location.